Good morning, and thank everybody for being here. What a wonderful, marvelous day here in San Francisco. Now, you know, Commissioner David Stern is almost clairvoyant in such a way. He's a marketing genius. Years ago, he came up with the slogan, "I love this game," and it caught on till now. When people say, "I love this game," you know exactly what game they're talking about. They're talking about an NBA basketball game. Now, one of David's marketing slogans from this season is "Big things are coming." Now, we had a great season. We're having a big playoff run right now. And it is more than certainly appropriate for today, because 5 years from now, there's going to be the most impressive arena in America sitting right here on this pier. Now, I'm not sure there's been any bigger news in the NBA this season, with the exception of maybe the Warriors actually got a big man, but it certainly goes along with the whole thing. But today is the culmination of incredible vision by a mayor, Ed Lee, and a group of owners, Joe Lacob and Peter Guber, who are 100% committed to creating something really, really special for the citizens of the Bay Area, not only basketball fans, but everyone interested in entertainment. It's rare that a sports team has the ability to impact an entire region like the Warriors. As the Bay Area's NBA team, the building of this venue in the country will have positive ramifications on fans far and wide. Now, that is unique. And that's what makes a tremendous day for the city of San Francisco, the Warriors, and the entire Bay Area community. I'd like to introduce to you some of our speakers on the dais today. First off, he is the city's 43rd mayor and the first Asian American mayor in San Francisco history. He's from Seattle, and I'm from Tacoma, and we've kind of got that together here. He's an incredibly popular mayor. He's known as the Jobs Mayor and the Innovation Mayor for his focus on job creation and economic development. Ladies and gentlemen, San Francisco Mayor Ed Lee.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. You know, it's great to be reunited with my long-lost brother, separated at birth, David Lee, his younger brother. I just wanted to welcome all of you. You know, we've got a great representation of the whole city family here today. We've got commissioners from our port, staff from our port, Recreation and Park Department, our planning department. We have our board of supervisors from all of the different districts. We've got representatives from Chinatown, from Bayview, from Sunset, from Bernal Heights. Everywhere, this city is committed to working with the Warriors to make sure we have this arena built by the 2017 NBA season. And we are very committed to getting that done. You know, the Warriors have been the Bay Area's basketball team for 50 years, and today sets the stage for the Warriors to be our Bay Area's team for another 50 years. All right. And it's been 41 years since the Warriors played here in San Francisco, and in my humble opinion, it's time to welcome them home. This new sports and entertainment facility will create thousands of new jobs for Bay Area residents. It'll generate tens of millions of dollars in economic growth each year, and games and events will bring people from all over the region, and the money they spend will benefit our local economy and our local businesses. This project will be more public transit accessible than almost any other arena in the nation. It is accessible to BART, to Muni, to the ferries, and of course, our new Transbay terminal that will be up and running in a few years, making it easy for people from all over the Bay Area to come here to games without driving. This project will also be a responsible development. We're talking about taking a pier that has been the home and host of our ships coming from the military, the Bonhomme Richard being the most recent during Fleet Week, and international cruise ships from all over the world, Canada and Europe. They've been here, but this pier needs a lot of work. It needs major work. It needs cleaning up and strengthening the site and making it usable, more usable. And we're not developing on any existing green spaces. In fact, we're going to be adding new green spaces and bringing thousands of people to the waterfront. This project means enormous economic growth for our city, and that's why I've got a top-notch team that will help me lead this effort through the leadership of Jen Matz, our Office of Economic Development and Workforce Development. Thank you, Jen, for being here. I'm looking forward to a dedicated 5 years, Joan, Peter, and all the Warriors team. This new revenue that we seek to have from this arena and this facility can be used for services for our local residents' needs and our public safety, our schools, pothole repairs, public transit, programs for our youth, and programs for our seniors. We look forward to working with you here, all of the ownership, and I'm excited, and we are committed, and we will get this done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our next speaker led a distinguished ownership group in their purchase of the Warriors at an NBA record price of $450 million less than 2 years ago. And prior to owning the Warriors, he served as a minority owner. He served as a minority owner of the Boston Celtics for 5 years, including the 2007-2008 season when the Celtics captured the NBA championship. Now, his vision is to build a spectacular new arena on San Francisco Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, co-executive chairman and CEO of the Golden State Warriors, Joe Lacob.
Well, thank you very much, Ahmad, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. This has been a remarkable journey for us. We bought this team 18 months ago, and as was stated, we did pay the highest price ever paid for an NBA franchise, David. And of course, David used to call me the tire kicker. I don't think he's doing that anymore. But we have had a last, say, 5 months of interaction with the mayor of San Francisco, Ed and his staff, which is a fantastic staff led by Jen, and it's been a wonderful 5 months. It's been incredibly positive. It's just been a can-do attitude about this entire project, and we hope that the next 5 years, which it will take, there'll be many challenges, but this next 5 years will be as great of a relationship we've had over the last 5 months. And thank you. So as the mayor said, we have just celebrated the Warriors' 50th season in the Bay Area. And now with this announcement, we embark on the next 50 years. And with the cost of this arena, it may take us 50 years to pay it back. So it's been the Bay Area's basketball team, that is the Warriors, for a very, very long time, and we hope to be here, obviously, for a very, very long time, right here on this site in this beautiful city. Now, we've put a lot of time and effort into this search, and for the last 18 months, we've looked everywhere. We decided what is the best thing for our fans, where do we go, what's going to be the best for our fans, the experience that they're going to have at an NBA game, how can we make this the best possible NBA venue and NBA team in the NBA. And we decided on this site. It was not an easy decision. We looked at a number of sites, and we are faced with a pretty tight timeline. Our lease expires, as has been reported, in 2017. So we have 5 years, and it takes probably all of that. This is going to be a tight timeline, as we've discussed. It takes all of that to get this done, in terms of just getting the permits and all that, and plus building the arena. We explored all the options in the Bay Area, including Oakland, and I think we should take that on right here and right now. We're very, very appreciative to the home that we've had in Oakland for the last 40 years or so. They've been great fans. It's been a great community. But what people don't understand is that, in fact, our fan base is really 50-50. It is, and we don't release this information all the time, but it's 50-50. 50% on the West Bay, 50% on the East Bay. So we are the Bay Area's basketball team is the way we look at it. We had to find the best site that served the majority of our fans for the very long term and to provide that experience. And we settled, at the end of the day, on this site right here in this beautiful city. So let me leave you with 4 main points as to why. First, we intend to build the most spectacular arena in the country that all Bay Area residents, not just San Francisco, but all Bay Area residents can be proud of. An architecturally significant building on truly an iconic site. It doesn't get any better than this. We intend to do everything in our power to have a team as well that matches the standard of what this arena is going to be, both now and over the course of the next 5 years. Winning and let's not forget this, winning, where's Mark Jackson? Winning remains our #1 priority. And this arena is about winning. Just like the team on the court, it's about winning for our fans and winning for the experience that we all can have enjoying coming to the games at this arena. 2, very important to understand that we're privately financing this arena. We think that's very, very important. Look, we know that in California, and particularly in San Francisco, Oakland, all these communities, they're challenged by a lot of different economic issues. We could go through those. We all know what they are. We knew that we could have tried to get some public financing, as has been done in other places around the country. This beautiful new arena that we've all gone and seen down in Orlando and others. But it would be very difficult to do. We felt the right thing to do, in fact, was if we could get the right deal on a parcel of land, a great piece, we would come in here and we'll build this arena. So I want everyone to understand that it can be done, and it will be done. It is going to happen. We're going to be here in 2017. And our neighbors to the south, the Giants, and you can see it from here, AT&T Park, have proven that a privately financed venue, a stadium in their case, can be done very, very well and work for everybody. The third point I'd like to make is that we thought it was also very important to have a venue, as Mayor Lee described, that can be accessible via public transportation. Very accessible. Not just for Warrior games, but from conventions and concerts and all the other events that are going to be here. Because this isn't just an arena for basketball. That's, what, 50, 60 events for basketball, Mark? I'm not sure that exact number, but I think it's 57 or something. But also for all the other events that are here. And in fact, this is more than just an arena. It's really the final point. This is a live entertainment venue. This is a multifaceted venue that we're going to attempt to put here. In fact, we're going to put here, which involves not only the arena, but a public spaces that we can all be proud of, and also, of course, retail and restaurants and places to eat, of course, and a bar, sports bars, all kinds of things that are going to be at the site. It's going to be very exciting. It's going to change, just like the Giants changed the down on Embarcadero a little further. We're going to change this part of the Embarcadero for the city forever. So once again, to Mayor Lee, thank you for really going very aggressively after us and bringing us here, and to everyone else that's helped make this day happen. Thank you.
"57 games, does that include playoffs and NBA championships, Mark?" A prominent figure in both the entertainment and sports business for over 30 years, he's the founder and CEO of Mandalay Entertainment, a visionary multimedia venture spanning movies, TV, sports, and new media. In addition to garnering more than 50 Academy Award nominations, he's become actively involved in the theater business, including San Francisco's Metreon, and in recent years in professional baseball ownership, where one of his minor league teams, the Dayton Dragons, has established the all-time professional sports record for consecutive sellouts at over 850 straight games, which is quite a record. Now he plans to recreate the most incredible fan experience in the NBA right here on San Francisco Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, the co-executive chairman of the Golden State Warriors, Peter Guber.
Wow. Wow. This is fantastic. I mean, like, I remember growing up in Boston Garden in the balcony in obstructive viewing. That's why I go this a long time. And suddenly we're talking about this kind of a venue. I want to say that I have a great partner in Joe Lacob. He's just great. And that's one of the reasons why I think we will succeed. It's one of the reasons why it will be fun, which has got to be fun. At my stage of life, I want it to be fun. The other three-letter word starts with an X, S, and it ends with an X, and now that's fun too. Okay, anyway. And the commissioner, I've known him a long time. The commish is the commish of all sports. He is the reigning champ, and I thank you for being my friend, really, really, truly. You know, when you start a mission like this, you think this is the launch. This isn't the end. This is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. And it reminded me of the time when John Glenn, I met John Glenn very early in his career, and he was one of the first people to go into space, and he was very, very worried. The Soviet Union had beat us there, and we had to send somebody up. And I asked him, so when you were sitting on this Campbell soup can filled with fuel, the beginning of this mission, what was going through your mind? He said, I was sitting there realizing there were 1 million parts all built by the lowest bidder. I can assure you this venue will not be built by the lowest bidder probably. Actually, Joe and I have suffered from rotator cuff injury from going like this the whole time. So we have to do this with some elegance. So we have one mission today, a world-class venue, a beacon for the Warriors, for its talent, its resources, its team to win, and a lightning rod to attract the best and the brightest performing talent and cultural talent that this city deserves. It's a mission where everybody wins. So there can be no excuses. We will bring our very best and brightest to bear in the process. We promise you that. Winning is a shared endeavor. It isn't just one person. It's a team endeavor. I learned that very much in the sports business that I've been in. It really is. And we have to align, in order to do that, whole various interests. And therefore, our interests, we have to be authentic. Our feet, tongue, heart, and wallet all must be seen and must go in the same direction. The opportunity will allow us to catalyze on the area's superb technological resources and resourcefulness. This is the tech world right up here. So we have to take and make this venue a state-of-the-art technology, state-of-the-art. But it's got to serve state of the heart of all the performers, talent, athletes that'll be there, and your state of the heart. It's about connecting that. So it's about building the most digitally fit enterprise. The venue itself being digitally fit. We go to all these venues, you get 6 people on a mobile phone, you can't even do anything. But today, the audience that comes to these venues for all kinds of performances, I was at the Billboard Awards last night in Vegas. 3/4 of the audience were texting and interacting with the screen, with the audience, with the fans behind there. We have to build a digitally fit arena so that the audience today can be participants, not just passengers, because that's what they want. And we have to give it them. We're not distracting them from the game or distracting them from the performance, but allowing them to carry and metabolize the story and virally advocate this venue, this city, and their experiences there. This new venue will be a 21st century campfire, creating a social cohesion that binds diverse ethnicities, age, genders. I mean, think about where else can you go today except for sitting at home on your mobile phone or a computer, where you can be with 20,000 people all cheering, crying, laughing, and emotionalizing an experience, breathing the same air face to face. That's what binds us all together in our past and will in our future. And this will be the perfect venue for that. If you remember one thing today, is we commit to turn this dream into a goal by giving it urgency. We will play here in 2017. Take that as a promise that we will fulfill. And will be a world-class entertainment venue. We're all in. We're all in. I hope to see you at the ribbon cutting with the commish and the mayor in 2017 with a smile born from a journey well done. Thank you.
Man, listen to these owners. I get fired up. Maybe I can make a comeback in 2017. Maybe I can't. Better get a seat. One of the most respected and admired executives in the NBA, he's garnered nearly 40 years of experience in sports, including a 17-year stint at the NBA office in New York, where he served as executive vice president, chief marketing officer, and president of NBA properties. Among his many accomplishments, he's credited with creation of NBA All-Star Weekend and the creation of marketing program with USA Basketball for the 1992 Olympic Dream Team. Ladies and gentlemen, the president and COO of the Golden State Warriors, Rick Welts. Oh, I see.
Can't quit smiling. You know, I think I know how the guy who had to follow Lincoln's Gettysburg Address feels, okay? That was brilliantly done, Peter, as usual. What brought me to the Warriors is exactly what you've seen from Joe and Peter today. Rarely in sports do you find owners who are so passionate about winning and so dedicated to creating a great, not good, but great organization. People will judge us by our actions, and today, what Joe, Peter, and the Warriors are doing is acting in a very, very big way. There are a lot of people here who have played or will play key roles in making sure that we're all gathered back here for a ribbon cutting ceremony in 2017. I'd actually just like to acknowledge a couple of them. It was actually, Mayor, less than 6 months ago that you directed the Warriors and the Giants to work together to see if we could not find a location suitable for a multipurpose arena and a future home for the Golden State Warriors. Today, we're on a site that wasn't available at that point. But when it did become available, this was it, and we knew this was it. The Giants have welcomed us to the neighborhood. They've been generous in their time and support, and we want to say thank you to Larry Baer, the president and CEO of the Giants, and the Giants organization. Red's Java House. Red's was established in 1958. All right, it's a beloved part of San Francisco. Its current owner, Sean Patton, he was born the same year. As I was enjoying a cheeseburger and a beer on Sunday over at Red's on the patio, I told Sean how much we want the tradition of Red's to live on as we build this great new arena. Sean's with us this morning. Sean, we're looking forward to working with you. The Warriors promise you an arena that you're going to be very proud of. We promise that it's going to reflect the creativity, the diversity, the technological savvy, and the passion of this Bay Area that the Warriors have called home for 50 years. Thank you for being here today as we embark upon this, the most important journey in the history of the Warriors. Thank you.
During his incredible, successful 28-year tenure as the top decision maker in the NBA, the league has enjoyed enormous success, adding 7 franchises, a 30-fold increase in revenues, expanded national TV coverage, and the launch of the WNBA and the NBA Development League. On an international basis, he's helped the game expand globally, resulting in the opening of offices in 15 markets and the televising of games in 215 countries and territories around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commissioner of the National Basketball Association and my main man, David Stern.
With Ahmad, I wasn't sure whether he could read my handwriting. But let me say, first of all, Lieutenant Governor Newsom, Mayor Lee, Player Lee, I want to thank the Golden State Warriors and particularly Joe and Peter and Rick for inviting me to this incredible occasion. And since every commissioner should be and probably is a sports fan and wanted to do play-by-play, it would be incomplete of me not to recognize a couple of people who know all about the Cow Palace. Al Attles and Nate Thurman. Would you guys stand up, please? Talk about a championship tradition for a franchise, Nate and Al. Talk about Wilt to Chris Mullen. Talk about just what this franchise has meant to the entire Bay Area. It's extraordinary to be here and to reflect upon that. It's also extraordinary to reflect upon the fact that there is an ownership group in place that is both emotionally connected to sports and understands the impact that sports has on the community. I often talk about the same theme that Peter echoed, that arenas are the one place where 20,000 people come together with perhaps 19,000 perfect strangers to share in the collective exercise of rooting the home team on to victory. And that's reflected on our court as well, where it doesn't matter where you came from. If you've got game, you're going to be on the team. There's an egalitarian aspect to our game that is both great, and it doesn't matter whether you're in one of those fancy suites or you're in the nosebleed section, your opinion is as good as anybody else's. And that's what's great about sports as well. And our ownership group understands that, they're connected to it, and they combine it with a high-tech vision and a keen sense of business about how to get it done. And that's all here today. So I am so looking forward to being at that opening in 2017, even if Ahmad hasn't come back to play. And I thank you again for your support of the Golden State Warriors.
Our next speaker is simply known as the NBA logo. He's one of the greatest players and executives in the history of the league. He's won a combined 7 NBA championships as a player and front office executive. His list of accomplishments on the court: 14-time NBA All-Star, 10-time All-NBA first-team member, and the 5th highest scoring average in NBA history. Ladies and gentlemen, Hall of Famer and current Warriors Executive Board member, Jerry West.
Thank you very much. You know, it's really difficult following Peter. Peter, I think you should be a politician, by the way. You'd be great. And David and Joe and Mayor Lee. And for these two gentlemen down here, Al and Nate, I was going to mention the Cow Palace. Can you imagine an arena by the name of the Cow Palace? And believe me, it was a Cow Palace. You had to go upstairs to the locker rooms. And to think what's going to be built in this incredible site is fantastic. I have been part, as a player and also internally as an executive, of watching 3 arenas being built. And one of the most exciting days of my life was when I saw the first spade of dirt for the old LA Forum, which was a state-of-the-art building, being built there. I could not wait to go play into a new arena. It brings enormous excitement for the players. And for the fans, all of a sudden, you know, they're sitting in this beautiful new arena. Then I saw the Staples Center. Saw the first shovel, the first pylon put in the ground down there. I said, oh my gosh, this is going to be really, really exciting. I was an executive then. And I will tell you, that was one of the most exciting days. But for those 2 buildings, I almost went there at least once a week to watch this rise from the ground. In Memphis, I was there for 5 years and watched the building being built. And to see what these buildings have accomplished over the years, they have brought a different fan experience. And the Bay Area is one of the great sports areas that there are. I mean, the fans up here are fantastic. And I will tell you, the Warrior fans are enormous. I haven't seen any better fan. But to be connected with 2 passionate owners and a passionate commissioner has really been the highlight of my life. And it's up to us to build a basketball team which you'll be proud of. And I'm talking about us internally. It's up to them to complete this project. And I know they will complete it. So the onus is not on us as owners. The onus is on us as players and coaches and executives to build a team that's worthy of a building like this. To me, nothing less than championship caliber teams is what I've always strove for in my life. And I heard one great quote in my life that I would remind you, and I've had it on my bathroom counter for 30-some years. It says vision. It says nothing happens unless first a dream. And you have to be a dreamer, and we have 2 owners here that are dreamers. And if you don't have a vision where you want to go, these gentlemen know where they want to go, and they're putting their money behind their mouth. And to come here to a venue like this, my God. I mean, if I were a player, this would be my resting place for our free agents. So, David, we can't talk about free agents, but my gosh, if I were a player coming and seeing a building like this, I know I'd have great interest playing in one of the great cities in America. And I'm proud to be part of this organization. I love these 2 guys over here. I hated them when I played against them. And I will never forget the Cow Palace. Thank you for having me.
You know, we can't say enough about how beautiful this spot is. Even if there wasn't a building, I'd just come down here and hang out. But there is going to be a building, and I will come down here and hang out. Now, he comes from a successful background in both the private sector, starting 15 small businesses and creating more than 1,000 jobs in local government, having served as both mayor of the city and county of San Francisco, and before that as county supervisor. While he used to be a star baseball player at the University of Santa Clara, he's also a die-hard Warriors fan, and I'm sure that all of you have seen him sitting courtside on many occasions. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Governor Gavin Newsom.
Thank you, guys. Well, all I have to say, when I heard Rick bring up Red Java House, I said, these guys get it. I mean, Hell, Rick, you should, I mean, Peter and Joe, you got to appreciate the significance of that statement. This is the town that landmarked the Doggy Diner head. So we take these things seriously. So I appreciate the local respect and appreciation for our icons. Look, we all recognize the iconic nature of this setting. I mean, this natural amphitheater is second to none anywhere in the world. And as an ex-mayor, I love to quote other ex-mayors, and I think the most quotable is Pericles, who said to the Athenians, "We do not imitate, for we are a model to others." That's San Francisco, and that's this project. This is about as good as it gets, and the vision that's been laid in front of us is about as good as it gets as well. So I'm just here enthusiastically, proudly. Mayor Lee, you should be extraordinarily proud today to see all the members of the Board of Supervisors here. Gives me a great sense of confidence that this project's going to come together as you project by 2017. And the final point I make is you need the state of California because you're on state property. So if you're really wondering why the hell I'm here, it's because I chair the State Lands Commission and you're going to need me. So I'm looking forward to being there for you. Thank you all very much.
He's been the president and CEO of the San Francisco Travel Association since 2006. Before that, he served for 10 years as president and CEO of the Portland, Oregon Visitors Association, Oregon's largest destination marketing organization. He's here today to tell us what this amazing new arena will do for tourism in San Francisco. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joe D'Alessandro.
Wow, what an incredible day for San Francisco. Not only is it beautiful, it's going to be even more beautiful. This is, look around us. Look around at this setting. We're turning a dilapidated surface parking lot on top of the water in the bay into a state-of-the-art arena. It is just an amazing thing. I want to congratulate the mayor and the city staff and the Board of Supervisors and Peter and Joe and Rick and the whole team for coming together and really creating something that we as San Franciscans can be very proud of. You know, I was looking at the logo of the Warriors that was done a few years ago, and it seemed almost like a bullseye on this spot because you can see the Bay Bridge right on the logo, and it seems like somebody was thinking, we got to get this right by the Bay Bridge. And this is, it's a great accomplishment, and I think something we as San Franciscans can all be proud of. I just want to talk briefly about the importance. We've heard about basketball and how important and how loved the team is in the Bay Area. But this facility will bring a lot more to San Francisco. It will bring events, it'll bring concerts, it'll bring circuses, it'll bring conventions that we simply can't host without it. Our customers have said that the most important infrastructure in the city's tourism facilities that is missing is an arena. We have no place to hold some of these important events, whether they're events beyond basketball, such as gymnastics, the finals, or the Democratic Convention, or the Republican Convention, or the NBA All-Star Game, or the NCAA Finals. Things like that that San Franciscans can enjoy, but bring dollars and bring revenue into the city in a very needed time in our economy will be a beautiful thing. If you look what this complements, the new cruise ship terminal that's being built right down the pier, the ferry building, the exploratorium that is going to be opening next year, AT&T Park, and now this project. This beautiful arena, state-of-the-art, world-class, together with the cultural and entertainment complex is something that San Francisco sorely needs and something that our customers will be very happy about. We did a survey of our meeting planners from around the world, and meeting and convention delegates spend $3 billion in San Francisco a year, which is a large amount of money. We asked them what would they use a facility like an arena to enhance San Francisco as a desirable destination. 80% said an arena complex would add value to San Francisco as a destination for meetings and conventions. That's really significant. So what this project really means to us beyond basketball, and basketball is important, and the Warriors are coming home are important, are four really main things. Jobs, economic impact, tax revenue for the city and county of San Francisco, and entertainment for all of us. This is truly a great day for San Francisco. I cannot wait till 2017 when this facility opens and hopefully the expanded Moscone Center opens and we can really celebrate what will become one of the true icons on the waterfront in San Francisco. Thank you to the Warriors for making this happen.
During his 17-year NBA career, he played for 5 Hall of Fame coaches and his teams qualified for the playoffs 14 times. Following his initial season in the NBA, he was named Rookie of the Year. Most impressively, and concluded his career ranked 3rd on the NBA's all-time assists with 10,334 assists. And since he's also spent 7 years as an NBA TV analyst, it gives me hope that someday I might be an NBA head coach. Ladies and gentlemen, head coach of the Golden State Warriors, who's been over there trying to figure out how many 57 games there is Mark Jackson.
Thank you. What a beautiful day. I'm used to coming up and talking without heavy hitters prior to me grabbing the microphone. This is awfully tough. Outstanding speakers thus far. Whoever organized this, maybe you want to play Dr. King's speech before David and I gets up. I will say this, because ultimately I got to acknowledge two incredible basketball players and more importantly, two incredible human beings in Nate Thurman and Al Attles. Thank you for the history. And I came in as the head coach of this basketball team, and the one thing that we talked about was we were going to be a no-excuse basketball team. And being honest with you, because we're family here, we had excuses. We just didn't decide to air them out. But to the credit of this incredible ownership group led by Joe and Peter, they continued to knock off the checklist of excuses that we had tailor-made. An incredible job of commitment, an incredible job of passion, focus, and determination that became contagious throughout this organization. I am absolutely honored and thrilled to be the head coach of this basketball team. I look forward to what lies ahead in the future. This is a great day for Bay Area fans and fans of sports throughout this country. At the end of the day, we are talking about 2017 though. And I can celebrate, I can high five and look forward to it, but we have a commitment today. We have a commitment of winning today. We look forward to 2017, but we look forward to taking care of the business that's at hand close by. 2017 will take care of itself. So we're thrilled to death, but the commitment remains the same, and no excuse mentality remains the same. And at the end of the day, as I talked to my wife, she said, "What you doing in the morning?" Well, there's a press conference. I explained to her, because when you're family, you get inside information. I told her what it was all about, and she was excited, and the kids were excited. But then we thought about it. That's 2017, man. How many coaches? How many coaches still coach their team 5 years later? You know? So I brought a permanent pen, a Sharpie, and I have the contract, and I'm not selfish. We believe in being unselfish. So Bob Myers and I, on the way here together, just want to talk to the ownership group, and we want to get them to sign some papers to make sure that we are part of this ribbon tying event in 2017. But it is going to be a great day, and fasten your seatbelts, because it's an exciting time with this group. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
You know, I never thought about it. A coach and a general manager invited to a press conference. Not a good sign in the NBA. 7-year NBA veteran, he was named a member of the 2010 Eastern Conference All-Star team. During the recently completed season, he became the first Warriors player to average at least 20 points and 9 rebounds in 40 years since the gentleman in the front row, Nate Thurman, did it in 1971 and 72. Extremely community-oriented, having captured the Warriors Foundation Community Assist Award following the 2010-2011 season. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting power forward for the Golden State Warriors, David Lee.
All right, going last. Raymond, you're in trouble for putting me last. Such a great day to be a Warrior today. I'll tell you what, I think that I'm going to nominate myself. I'm going to make an announcement. I can get this whole project done in 6 to 8 months. Therefore, I'll still be a Warrior for sure. We can get it all done. Mark, you'll still be here about. So I'm putting myself in charge of the planning and of the construction. Now, no, in all seriousness, 2 years ago, our new ownership took over, and Mr. Lacob came to speak to us in the locker room and had a couple points that he wanted to tell us where we were going, where this thing was headed. And the first thing he said is we're going to put great people around the players, and that means a lot of people behind me right now. The coaching staff, we've got an unbelievable coaching staff, everything down to the medical team, the trainers, front office, the logo. Couldn't find dress shirts, so I actually wore my logo socks, my NBA logo socks in honor of Jerry West today. And he said that we're gonna put great people around the players. Once again, taking away the excuse that we don't have great people around us. And the second part is that we're going to have the best facilities of any team in the NBA. And that's what we're here to celebrate today, is the beginning of that. With that comes a lot of responsibility. I told you I'm here representing our team and the players. And with this kind of responsibility means that we are not waiting till 2017, as Coach said. That this building is going to be an iconic building, and it's going to be a place where fans can not only enjoy games in December and January, but they can expect to enjoy games in May and June as well, the time that we're going to be having to make our playoff run. So thank you so much for having me here, and thank you once again to our ownership for doing this.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for being here today. We're going to have a photo op, and there'll be questions off to the side later. And be sure and mark your calendars and meet us here in 2017.